Thank you and good evening. It is our Wednesday night gathering for yoga on the, I'm not even going to say the name of the platform. How about that? Um, so about a month ago, I did a very short video called Monkey Business about how I had read in a business book that uh, a monkey, as it swings through the jungle or whatever, never lets go of one vine until it has the other vine tightly in its hand. Even though it looks like it's flying, it never. And this business book said that you should think about business like that. So like never get rid of a client until you have a replacement client, or never quit your job till you have another job. But I posted that on Facebook about a month ago, and a couple of people said, yes, but what if the situation is toxic? And I couldn't agree with them more. So I made a follow-up video today that's not going to be posted till tomorrow. I know the timelines are very strange in this world. Um, that said basically what they said, and I made a suggestion about what I used to call FU money. And I told this story to my buddy Enrique, and he said, you need to expand a little bit on this and you need to tell people. So maybe you already know, we'll just chill out for a second. But so I used to call it FU money, but in certain communities, it is referred to as a prudent reserve. A prudent reserves would be 3 months worth of money, all of your expenses, 3 months worth under your bed, in a box, in a bank, in a tank, wherever. 3 months set aside so that if you get into a situation or a situation gets into you that you're in a toxic environment, you can say, thank you very much. I am out of here. And you have 3 months clear to replace the client, replace the job. Because we live in a world where we keep hearing that so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you end up in this situation, you are like an indentured servant, because there's nothing more that a toxic person likes than to have you trapped into a situation that you can't get out of. And financially, that can happen, which is why we have the prudent reserve and or this FU money. This FU money, in my opinion, I know it's so preachy tonight, is more important than a new car. It's more important than new shoes. It's more important than everything on your Amazon wish list. This is more important than anything except for food, clothing, and shelter. And even if your clothing is old, it's more important than that, because it is representative of your freedom. It is an escape hatch so that you do not have to be entrapped in a situation you do not wish to be entrapped in. So I would put that at the top of your priority list, but you didn't ask me. This is just my unsolicited Daniel advice for the day. And I thank you for coming out. I'm going to go back there. We're going to start in our seated position. Thank you very much. So legs gently crossed, and I mean gently, even though I'm not going to do gently, because to me this is gentle, to you it may not be. The usual, hands on the knees for a moment, core in, spine straight to the crown of the head. I'm just going to take a moment. And then with the crown of the head and the straight spine, we're going to draw a big circle on the ceiling. Of course, one direction at first. And we are breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, long and deliberate. Getting all that oxygen as we say grind a little bit down into the digestive system. And of course, I am not encouraging you to do lotus. In fact, I discourage you to do lotus. But if you were, you would notice that the heel is kind of pushing into your lymph node that is right there, close to it at least. Opposite direction, please. We can do this without this funky pose that could mess your knee up. or the hip, depending on which is tighter. We're going to keep breathing and keep moving. And back to center. Let's push the walls out. Open up through the hands, open up through the fingers, push out through the heel of the hand there. Core in. Keep it in the core, keep it out of the shoulders. Couple of breaths right here, hands wide and wider. We're going to turn to the right and hold for a moment with the hands still open like that. And we're going to come all the way over to the other side. Continue the breathing. And back to center. Let the hands down just for a moment so the arms rest, because we're going to put them up again. So right arm to the ceiling for a moment. The ceiling at that length. It's funny, I feel like I got to kind of move it around to get it all lengthened out straight. And then we're going to bring that hand down the back. Left hand can grab the elbow. It's early. I mean, if you have that flexibility, you want to come and introduce the fingers together, that's fine. Mainly though, no matter which version you're doing, I like the elbow for myself. You want the head pushing back against the bent arm, the right one that is behind you. We're going to breathe here, core in. We're trying to stare straight forward and sit up tall and straight. Very nice. Left hand all the way up. And I'm going to get a little bit of movement so I can get that straight. And then right down the back. And grabbing elbow or coming around the back, as long as you can sit up tall, as long as you can push your head back against the arm that is right behind you there. Good. So the secret to standing without using your hands is to have the feet crossed out in front of you. You might need a little hop lunge, but mainly we're going to put the center of gravity out over those feet and up we come. Excellent. Let's have the feet the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. We're going to bend at the knees. I think my ankle's going to crack. That'd be lovely. And then we're going to swing the arms side to side with the arms striking the front of the body in the digestive area and the backs of the hands striking the kidneys. Not heavily, but there is a bit of striking. We're breathing, of course, here in through the nose and out through the nose. Just a little bit more, please. All right, let's stand. Feet together, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart, shoulders back, thumbs out is super nice. We're going to breathe in, reach up, look up. So my hands are in prayer above my head, my arms are straight, and I'm looking up straight to the ceiling, to the moon. We're going to forward fold, bringing those hands nice and low. Keep the legs straight. If the hands get on the ground, fine. If they don't, like me, on the shins, we're going to look up, shoulder blades together, core in. Forward fold on the out breath. And all the way back up, reaching out and up. Again, hands in prayer are coming down through the heart center, and then all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. And we look up. And we forward fold. Up again, reaching out and up. Straight on down through the heart center. Back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up. And we forward fold. Back up, reaching out and up. Down again through the heart center. And then all the way up again on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up. And we forward fold. Up again, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center, here we go. All the way back up, breath in. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We're going to look up. And from here, let's step back to the top of push-up. Belly and legs tight. We're going to take a couple of breaths here, not too much. Keep the belly and legs tight, and when you're ready, we're going to lower down or drop down, then snake forward, up dog, straighten the arms, tight legs, third eye looking, and then down dog, tucking the toes, and feet about the distance of the hips. You can bend one leg, push the opposite heel towards down, stepping back and forth in place a little bit. And walk your way up to the top of the mat, feet back together. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Hands in prayer. We're going to come on down through the heart center again, and then all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, again, fingers low. We look up. We're stepping again, top of push-up. We're going to lower drop. Up dog and down dog. And great. We're going to take a few breaths here. If you want to pedal the feet out, you can, or you could come up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. Little movement's okay in these first couple, in my opinion. Excellent. Step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold. All the way back up again, reaching out and up. One more time, down through the heart center. Back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding. We look up. We're stepping again, top of push-up. We lower drop. Up dog and down dog. And great, we're going to breathe here. Step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold all the way up, hands in prayer to the moon. You could arch back a little bit if you like, and then let's bring the arms right down at the side. My right arm is very close to my heater in Los Angeles. It's cold. My right arm is happier than my left. We're going to sit in chair, knees together. Great. Up, over, forward, folding again, fingers low. We're going to look up. We're stepping top of push-up. We lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one, please, on the right foot stepping. Left foot pivots out flat, knee over the ankle. With the arms up, we're going to reach the left handshake forward from the back. So we're turning the torso to the front of the mat. Couple of breaths here. We push into that back foot a little bit, the outside edge of it even. Excellent. Touch the ceiling. Again, hands back down, stepping. We lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot steps, right foot turns out. And yes, the right arm is going to reach forward. We're gonna push into the outside edge of that right foot a little bit. Breathing here a couple times. Very nice, touch the ceiling again, and yes, hands back down, stepping again. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. And we'll stay here a little bit. We're breathing, looking at the knees of the navel. All right, step or jump, top of the mat, toes together, we look up. And we forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair. Standing, shoulders back, tight core. Now we're going to continue with this. We sit in chair. Good. Up, over, forward, folding. We look up. Stepping again, top of push up. We lower, drop. Up dog. Down dog. Warrior one again, right foot stepping, left foot turns out. Hands in prayer to the moon. Looking up. We'll take a breath or two here. Excellent. Hands back down, stepping. We're going to lower, drop, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, right foot turns out. Hands in prayer again. Core in and up, looking up. Couple of breaths. Right, hands again back down, stepping, top push up, we lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to stay right here. All right, walk your way back up to the top of the mat. We look up and we forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair. Standing, shoulders back, tight core. Excellent. Let's do that again. We sit in chair. Good. Up, over, forward, folding. We look up, stepping again, top of push up. We lower, drop, up dog, down dog. Warrior one, right foot back up top, hands in prayer, core in and up, looking up. Maybe arching back, lifting the heart. Excellent. Hands down again. We're going to step back, we lower, drop, up dog, down dog, left foot stepping, right foot turns out. Again, hands in prayer. Again, core in, and if you want to arch back, there it is. Great. Hands back down, stepping. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog. And good. We're going to breathe right here. Good. Step, jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up and we forward fold. Feet and knees. Let's sit in chair. Let's put cactus arms on the chair. We're going to take the right elbow outside of the left leg. Did your left leg move back? Because we want the knees in line, same as each other, like the front of the mat, although I'm askew, but same line. Hands in prayer. Left shoulder back, left elbow up. You could open the arms. We're going to take several breaths like this. And forward fold. Let everything fall off your back for a moment. Off your fingers too. And please sit in chair, cactus arms, goddess arms. All right, left elbow outside, right knee probably crawled back about a half inch, crawl back forward. And here we go. Great. Forward fold, feet apart, grab the elbows or prayer. Let everything hang. You're welcome to bounce. Engage the core. Come on all the way up. Touch the ceiling. And all the way back down. Peace fingers are coming under the big toes, thumbs touching, elbows away from the ears, top of the head towards down. All the way back up again. We touch the ceiling. And all the way back down again. Each hand under each foot. It's okay to bend the legs. We're going to take several breaths here. Very nice. Please stand. Let's just take a moment. Couple of breaths. Great. We're going to pivot tonight. I don't remember if we did last week or not, but nonetheless, we're pivoting tonight. Right foot at the top of the mat. We're stepping the left foot back about the distance of one of your legs. The base of triangle. Heel to heel. Back foot's 45 degrees-ish. Arms out over that heel to heel alignment. On an out breath, we're going to reach out. Right hand down, left arm up. Hand can be on the shin, but it should be super light. We're going to breathe here. If possible, looking to the reaching thumb or the nose pointing down to the foot right out there in front of us, a good alignment tool. Now we're going to breathe like this. Let's come up. First pivot, right toes 45, left toes out. On an out breath, we reach out over the left leg, then left hand down, right arm up. Breathing all the time. Up again, please. Pivoting again, left foot 45, right toes out. We're going to shorten the stance a couple few inches. So we'll reach the left arm forward all the way out, get that length. And then we're going to twist triangle, left hand down, right arm up. You can put the back of the hand outside of the leg. With the legs straight and the feet flat, maybe your hand goes all the way down. Keep the right hip in. Excellent. Back up. We're doing the other side. We pivot. Right toes 45, left toes out. Reach the right arm all the way out the back. Great. And then right hand down, left arm up. Keep the left hip in. Same stuff. Feet flat, legs straight. Excellent. Back up. We pivot again. Now we re-lengthen the stance for warrior two. front right leg here is bent with the knee over the ankle and arms out over the feet. We're going to take several breaths like this. Extended side angle, center of the forearm on the leg near the knee, left arm up and over. You're welcome to put the right hand on the ground. Great, back up, straightening the leg in the front here. We're going to pivot right toes, 45, left toes out. Warrior two for a moment. And when you're ready, extended side angle on this side. Come on back up. We're coming straight into horse, toes slightly splayed. Hands on the knees tonight. Heavy hands, straight arms, rear end drops down. You could put it on an out breath, but nonetheless, we're bringing that right shoulder forward. And then the left. And a little back and forth here. Let's come up. We're going to hold the moon. So the arms are going all the way straight up tonight. Grip your fingers into the moon, hold the moon, and drop your rear end down a little further. Core is in. And straight the legs. We bring the arms down for the moment because we're going to turn the feet to run straight forward. And we're reaching straight up and straight down. Fingertips maybe on the line of the big toes. Shoulders above the hands or hands under the shoulders. Maybe palms down. Head towards down. Let's keep on breathing here. All the way back up, we're going to reach out to the ends of the fingers. And then behind the back, we'll intertwine the fingers. And we'll keep like that. And forward fold again, arms up off the back. All the way up again to the ceiling. And all the way down again, keeping the legs straight, grabbing the shins, the ankles, or the big toes with the peace fingers, elbows away from the ears. Let's stay down low, both hands over to the right. We'll take a couple of breaths here tonight. Left shoulder is kind of rolling down and through. And over, please, to the other side. Our right shoulder is rolling through. Great, back up. Let's do this next part differently tonight. We're gonna step to the top of the mat. And let's just take a moment again, strong as a mountain. We're gonna do a pyramid, and it's the connecting poses, at least the poses that I connect to it, a little different tonight. Right foot stays up top, left foot is gonna step back like we did before triangle, but a little shorter, 3.5 feet. We're gonna bring the arms out in goddess again and turn the shoulders to match the front of your mat. Behind the back, you can grab elbows or reverse prayer. We're gonna look up, shoulder blades together, core in. Keep those things in place. Come down, look at the right foot. I believe I'm going to skip these myself tonight, but if you'd like to do Warrior 3, please do Warrior 3 right now. If you're in Warrior 3 and you'd like to do the half moon, put your right hand down and your left arm up. The left leg stays up. You could switch the hands for the twist of Pavrita Ardhachandrasana. And let's come all the way up and let's all stand again at the top of the mat. We're gonna do the other side, because my hamstrings need a lot tonight, that's why I'm staying. Right foot's gonna step back between 3.5 feet. I'm gonna bring the arms out again for that rotation. And then we put them back where they were, which is behind the back. Shoulder blades together, we look up, back down, we come. We're gonna look at the left foot, we'll stay here a few breaths. Again, if you like, you could stay with me, the big hamstring stretcher here, or up into Warrior 3. Super nice balancing, a little bit of strength. If you are in Warrior 3, you can change that to the half moon, which will be left hand down, left leg is of course down, right arm up. And you could switch those hands for the last couple of breaths here, twisting the moon. Very nice. Let's stand, and you can move around a little bit if you like. That'd be good to move around. Excellent. We're going to do tree standing on the left foot. We're going to bring the right foot up and hands to the heart. I'm going out in front today, but you could get a lock. It's your choice. I've been enjoying this out front. It does a bit to the hip. Find your visual lock, and we're going to take several breaths right here. Not too much. Great. Let's do the other side, standing on the right. Left is coming up. However you did it on the other side. For me, getting that hip with the leg in the front is nice, and also I get to flex the foot that is up. So each one has a different little nice thing that it can bring to the yoga party. Great. Feet about the distance of the hips, toes slightly splayed. Yes, indeed, we're coming down into our squat. Elbows into the legs, hands in prayer pushed together. Lengthen way up the back. We'll take several breaths here. All right, hands in prayer straight forward, all the way up to the moon. And all the way back down, hands in prayer straight forward. Again, all the way up to the moon. Back down, hands in prayer straight forward. Again, all the way up to the moon. And then let's come down. I am going to pick my mat up from the center and fold it over itself so that I now have 1, 2, 3 layers of mat to put my knees on, which will be 2 fists apart, because we're going to do cat-cow and a few other pieces. So if a cat-cow, belly drops down, third eye looking, breathing out, we're going to arch the back, and excuse me, moving and breathing. You close your eyes on these moving poses. Might be best, but it's up to you. And back to center, we'll look over the right shoulder and see the tail. And then please on over to the other side. Excellent. We're going to do them both, if you know what that means, and so we'll get them both. Right foot up to the top, and then arms up like a big funnel. This will be the first of both. I'm going to take a few breaths here. You could walk that right foot a little further if it feels okay to you. In the early standing series, we did skip the twist. Sometimes I like to put it right here. So left elbow outside of right leg, hands in prayer pulling in towards the chest, fingers to the face. Rotate the right shoulder back. If you want to roll back on the ball of your left foot and lift your knee, straighten your leg, please go ahead. Great. Let's do the other side. So right knee back to the cushiony area. If you roll up the mat, and then left up to the top, and arms up again like a big funnel here for a couple of breaths. And now we twist the other side, right elbow outside, hands in prayer. And whatever you did on the other side, we'll do the same. We're going to breathe here. Great. We're going to switch again. And right foot is going back up at the top. And now arms straight up. And this is what I meant by both. I need more cushion on my knee. We're going to stay here. Good. Down on the inside. Maybe just hands down. Maybe walk the hands forward, bending the arms, attempting to put the elbows down. Maybe they get there. Keep the right knee pulling against the right shoulder and the breath you're controlling in your nose. And go ahead and switch. So left foot's now up at the top. Arms up. Take a few breaths here. And again, down on the inside. Knee pulls against the shoulder, breath in your nose. Wherever your hands went on the other side, see if it's possible to do the same. Or somewhere close in the direction of. Back to hands and knees. So knees are under the hips, shoulders under the wrists, so we have that length from the wrist to the knee. It's very open and long. We're going to turn the right hand into face the left, maybe bring it out an inch, and then feed that left arm through, laying onto the shoulder and the side of your face. You can push that hand on the ground, rotating the right shoulder back. You can come around the back, grabbing the leg or the pocket. Let's come on up and we shall do the other side. Left hand turns into face the right. We'll feed that right arm through. Push against the mat if you like. Around again if you like. I did a demo, so I'm going to do it again here for a moment. And we'll breathe here, of course. Back to center. I got some good feedback on how we got into pigeon in a different way last week, and we're going to do that again. You may want to unroll the mat though if you had it rolled up. So from hands and knees, we're going to take the right shin and place it up here a little bit forward so that the knee is a bit forward and the shin is trying to face towards the front of the mat, not extreme for most of us. Then we can take the time and crawl that left knee back until we got the tension we want. And then forearms down, head down, and we're going to breathe right here. And we shall maneuver ourselves back to hands and knees. And we're going to do the other side. So that left shin is going to come up. Then we can take that time and crawl that right leg back. You could still lift the heart here And then again, back down, how it works for you. And the cool part about getting out of this one is you can just put the hands down, you can kind of swing that right leg around and we are sitting. We're gonna extend the left leg straight out in front of us with the right sole against thigh. And we're gonna do the dynamic version, so left hand grabbing either the toes, the shin, or you could wrap a belt around your foot and hold on to the belt. Because right arm is coming up on the in-breath, and then all the way down, including the right shoulder, and then all the way up again. And please, over and over, out breath is on the downward fold. Next time you're up, go ahead, stay up. We'll get length, fingers to fingers. We're gonna look to the up hand. Excellent, let's do the other side. So right leg out, left sole in. And right to the toes, to the shin, to the strap. Up with the left arm. That leg is straight in the front, down, over and over, out breath, downward fold, including the shoulder. Next time you're up, we're going to stay up. Keep the breathing moving though. Excellent. Soles of the feet together. Pull them in nice and tight. Sit up tall. Left hand grabs the small toes. Right hand on top. You could butterfly the legs. You could stay still, just breathing and staring straight forward. Great. Let's forward fold, pushing the elbows against the legs. Lengthen out. Keep the shoulder blades back and together. Try to put the lowest part of your sternum towards the big toes in that direction. Excellent. Back up. Left leg out in front, right foot flat on the mat. It is our twist place. Those left toes pointing to the moon. Left arm grabs the right leg. We're going to rotate the shoulder back and gently follow that rotation back with the looking, but no force in the neck. And we just look at the eyeball right on the wall, elbow outside the leg, a little bit of more force, that's fine and excellent. We'll breathe here. Great, let's switch sides, right leg out, left sole in. Right arm grabs that leg, we sit up tall again. You can put the elbow outside again if you like. Several breaths here. And back around. I'm gonna double up my back because we're gonna be on the tail. I'm gonna sit on that doubled up spot, of course. Bent legs, arms under the bent legs. Please roll back under the tail. You could stay right here. You could let go, locking the shoulders back. You could straighten the legs. You could do hands behind the head. We're doing plenty, so we're gonna breathe here. Shoulders back, breath in the nose. If the legs are up, looking at the feet. If the legs are bent, just above the feet. Excellent. Cross the leg, grab the shin, sit up tall. And then all the way up again, please. And cross the legs, sit up tall. All the way up for 3 of 5. Cross the legs, sit up tall. Up again for 4. Cross the legs, sit up tall. We should do the last one. Back up. All right, we're gonna hug the knees in. I'm gonna flip my mat back open because we're gonna come down for bridge or Urdhva Dhanurasana. I'll talk you through bridge. Feet down flat, feet on knees, 2 fists apart. Longest finger can almost touch the heel. Lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arms down. Let's take several breaths right here. And back down, we're going upside down. If you want to come along, we are starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head. The hands could be intertwined fingers with the arms down or hands on the back, fingers pointing towards the spine. We take a couple of breaths here. Be nice to your neck. If your hands are not on the back, place them there now. Bring the elbows in a little closer to the distance of your shoulders, and then straight up with the feet. We're gonna breathe here. Bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears, and let's roll into dead bug. Holding the feet so they can see the ceiling, knees in the armpits. You could roll around or stay still. If you have a belt or a strap, for some of this will be very useful. I think happy you don't need it, just probably me and Frank need it. And I'll show you a way to not do it without a rope anyways, or a belt or a strap or an extension cord. Good, so we're gonna lay down flat. If you had a strap, you would put it on the right foot. Otherwise, just grab the calf. So we're gonna keep that right leg up and the right shoulder down, trying to keep that right leg straight. So again, you could just hold the calf or as close as you can get above the knee a little bit. Anyways, we're taking several breaths here. The rest of you are probably able to grab the peace finger on the big toe with the leg straight so that foot's coming pretty close, like the length of your arm towards your face. And keep a hold of whatever you got there and let that leg fall out to the right as you reach out and look to the left. All the way back up, we're switching hands on the foot or the strap. And we're going to let that leg fall to the left as we reach out and look to the right. And back up, hands, both of them up the back of the leg, nose towards the knee. Try to keep the leg straight. Excellent. Let's do the other side. So left on left. And here we go. I'm going to stay here and breathe. Let that leg out to the left as we reach out and look to the right. all the way back up, switching hands. Leg drops over to the right, we reach and look to the left. Back up to center, both hands up the back of the leg, nose towards the knee. Do your best to hold the right leg down. Excellent, let that all down. And we're gonna just lie here, letting the breath return to normal. And we're gonna take just not like a minute or so, or you can really lay as long as you want. If you want to finish out with me, you can move the fingers and toes a little bit, because we're gonna, in a moment, come up, but you can stay laying down if you prefer. Then reach the hands over the top of the head, get as long as you can, fingers to toes, and pull the core down. Excellent. Bring the knees into the chest, roll yourself up to a comfortable seated position. From here, hands to the heart center, making fire. Fire to light the way, fire to purify, fire to protect, fire to set boundaries. And arms all the way up like a big funnel. We're going to take a breath in through the nose as much as we can get. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth. And more if you can get it. Hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor. And then let it all out. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out this evening. It's DanielOverberger.com. You can find all sorts of exciting things there, including my Venmo and PayPal links. And I also take Zelle now for those of you that know me. I'm going to stop